1,272 clues have come and gone, but 26 new ones are headed your way as part of this 48th episode of Disney 100 Jeopardy. As always, I am your host, Bryan Perri, and thank you so much for joining me. Let's take a look at the rules real quick. They're the same rules as always. If you want to cheat, be a cheater, go right ahead. I won't tell anyone, be my guest. In last week's episode 47, everything was themed to the New Year's Day holiday, except the Final Jeopardy category that carries over to this week. Let's see what that category was. It was fonts, where I wrote out a sentence in a specific font, and you had to identify which Disney film was affiliated to that font. Maybe you saw the font on a poster or in a commercial or something like that. Once again, that carries over to this episode 48 as we take a look at the board to see what else you'll be quizzed on in the first game of 2024. There it is. Fonts kicks things off. The second category you'll be playing today, highly requested, Alice in Wonderland. The third category, a Disney Channel classic, Kim Possible. The fourth category is your Disney Parks category of the week, Let's Go Shopping. The fifth and final category you'll be quizzed on, Stunt Singers. Susan, we're finally doing it. Yep, Susan's been requesting Stunt Singers for a long time. Each of the clues in this category will be about Disney characters who feature more than one person voicing their lines or songs. So a lot of Disney characters actually have one specific actor who voices their dialogue and monologues, and then someone else comes in and does the stunt work, or aka the singing work. Okay, it is time for the easiest round of the game, the cupcake round. Each of these clues worth just 200 points each. As we take a look at the board and kick things off with fonts. Study the font and guess which film it's tied to. The correct answer is Star Wars. In that case, it was specific to The Force Awakens, but I don't care. If you said Star Wars, that's good enough for me. We move on to Alice in Wonderland's first clue. Mad Hatter and March Hare are celebrating this holiday during their tea party. Correct answer is they're on birthdays.
And on birthday, if you have a birthday, then you... She doesn't know what an on-birthday is.
And chances are, a very merry unbirthday to you. We move on to Kim Possible now for 200. Call me, beat me if you want to what? What is reach me?
Impossible. Call me, beat me if you wanna reach me.
Okay, it is time for the Let's Go Shopping category. I am going to give you the name of a shop or store within a Disney park. You'll just have to identify which theme park it's located in. We start with this 200-point clue. Club Cool. Shout out to the original Club Cool, the cooler Club Cool. The correct answer is Epcot. Okay, we're on to the first clue from Stunt Singers. This one's worth 200. Matthew Broderick may be a Tony Award-winning performer, but it was Joseph Williams who provided the singing voice for this same character. The correct answer is Simba.
It means no worries, up there. And they knew, like, how, so, Matthew can't do that. How are we going to do that? Is that going to make sense with his voice being lower later? And my wife goes, why don't you just let Joe try something?
Man, I'll tell you what, that one blows my mind. I had no idea that it wasn't Matthew Broderick singing Hakuna Matata.
It means no worries for the rest of your days.
Right there. By the way, Joseph Williams, lead singer for Toto. Remember Toto? Pretty cool. All right, that's going to do it for the cupcake round. Hopefully you went 5 for 5 and got 1,000 points under your belt. If not, fear not. Here comes the second round. Each of these clues worth twice as much. We start with fonts for 400. Attempt to identify which film uses this font? Correct answer is Moana. On to Alice for 400. Alice and Queen of Hearts play this sport towards the end of the film. No, it's not cricket. What is croquet? Here comes Kim Possible's second clue. The naked mole rat's name. Who is Rufus? Let's go shopping again. Which park are we going to? Big Top Souvenirs. I'm a little sour towards Big Top Souvenirs because it's part of Storybook Circus in the Magic Kingdom, that being the correct answer, but I preferred Mickey's Toontown in the Magic Kingdom. All right, let's move on now. Here comes your second clue from Stunt Singers. Irene Bedard voiced this famous princess, but it was Judy Kuhn who sang her songs, one of which won an Academy Award. The correct answer is Pocahontas. 10 clues down, 16 remain. Let's move on to the third round. Each of these clues were at 600 points. We once again start with fonts. Guess which film this abstract font is connected to. There's the B, there's the I, there's the G. The correct answer is Big Hero 6.
We jumped out the window.
Alice in Wonderland for 600 now. The name of Alice's cat who she sings to in the film's first scene. Correct answer is how I pronounce what Denny's is as a native New Yorker, Dinah.
That's it, Dinah. If I had a world of my own, everything would be nonsense. Nothing would be what it is.
We're at the halfway point. Here comes Kim Possible for 6. The communicator serves mainly as a communication device connecting these two characters. Who are Kim and Wade?
Hey, Wade. More trouble at BN headquarters?
Trouble up north, Kim.
Let's go to a park and do some shopping. We're stopping at Oswald's. If you're going through the main entrance of Disney's California Adventure, you can't miss it. Oswald's is right on the left. Stunt Singers now for 600. B.D. Wong went from acting in Jurassic Park to voicing someone in a Disney film. He didn't have to sing, though. Donny Osmond did that for this same character. I honestly had no idea that B.D. Wong was the voice of Shang. I definitely knew that Donny Osmond was the singing voice, though. All right, it's time for the 800-point round. This is the round where things start getting really difficult. We begin with fonts. Okay, maybe this one isn't too hard. Try and name the film that this font is affiliated to. Whether or not you guys want to fight over if Tron is an acceptable answer is up to you, but the correct answer is Tron Legacy. Yeah, the original Tron's font wasn't as cool. It wasn't as Daft Punk-ish. We move on now. Here comes the fourth clue from Alice. After growing inside of White Rabbit's house, Alice eats one of these to shrink her down once more. Alice eats a carrot.
Sorry, but I must eat something.
Not me. You barbarian.
Kim Possible now for 800. According to his performance of Naked Mole Rap, Ron says he got Rufus because his dad was allergic to this. No, it's not a specific animal. Instead, Ron's pops was allergic to all kinds of fur.
Never heard a cat bark, never heard a puppy purr. My dad's allergic to every kind of fur.
Let's win 800 points by going shopping. Pooh Corner. Yep. If you want to go to the Pooh Corner, you're going to have to head over to Disneyland. Here comes Stunt Singers' fourth clue. Heidi Mollenhauer sang her only song. Demi Moore voiced the rest. Who is Esmeralda? Well done, well done. 20 clues down, but 6 remain, including Final Jeopardy. But before we get there, you know what time it is. It is time for the most overly dramatic soundtrack, infused, unnecessarily spotlighted, part of the game, the 1,000-point round. Hit it. Okay, it is time for the most difficult Jeopardy round of 2024. Until next week, we start with fonts for 1,000 points. Attempt to identify which film this font is connected to. The correct answer is, once again, I think this might be the first time I've included the same answer to 2 different clues in the same game. Either way, it is Pocahontas.
I'll always be with you. Forever.
Disney's Pocahontas.
We're on to Alice in Wonderland for 1,000. Separated by a horizontal line, these 2 numbers can be seen on Mad Hatter's hat. The correct answer is 10/6, or 10 and 6. I'll be honest, I thought it was a hat size until I did my research. Turns out the 10/6 actually represents the cost of the hat, which was 10 shillings and 6 pence. What does that mean? I have no idea, but you can research it if you want. We move on now. Here comes the third clue of the 1,000-point round. It comes from Kim Possible. In the movie A Stitch in Time, Ron learns that his family will be moving to this country. Correct answer is Norway.
Why do we have to move?
My new boss, Miss Oga, said she wants me right there with her at the home office.
It'll be an adventure.
Wait, where is the home office?
Norway?
Norway!
We're gonna go shopping one more time. Can you identify the park? Wind Traders. You can head into Wind Traders when you get off my favorite ride at Walt Disney World, that being Flight of Passage, which of course is located in the correct answer, Animal Kingdom. Here comes your final clue from Stunt Singers. Lea Salonga is the only actress to claim she voiced 2 different Disney princesses. She accomplished this feat by being the singing voice of these 2 princesses. Correct answer is Jasmine and Mulan.
A whole new world. Who is that girl I see?
Okay, 25 clues down, 1 remains, and it happens to be the 1 clue that will ultimately determine how proud of yourself you will be for the next 7 days. Let's see what the category is. First lines. Yep, you might remember I did last lines a few months ago. This is all about the very first line you hear in a Disney film. I'll read you the line. You have to identify which film it is. Make those wagers. Okay, time is up. Before I get to the clue, I need to tell you guys, episode 50 is coming up in 2 weeks, and I have 2 huge announcements for episode 50, and I think you'll be really excited about. I just wanted to plant that in There. Okay, let's read the final clue of the game in this episode of 48. Would you take a look at that? Pretty pathetic, huh? Good luck. Okay, time is up. It is a character talking about himself, though he didn't really look like himself at the time when he was looking back on it. All right, I'll just tell you the answer. The correct answer is Emperor's New Groove.
Will you take a look at that? Pretty pathetic, huh?
And that will do it for this episode 48 of Disney 100 Jeopardy. I hope you had fun. If you did, you know the deal. Subscribe. Click that bell icon. Hello, bell. Hi. This way you're notified every time I come out with brand new content. I'll see you this upcoming week for Inside 300 to catch you up on Disney news. And then it's episode 49 next Saturday. Once again, I've been your host, Bryan Perri. I'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.